Welcome back to Soccer Aid 2014. It's 0-0. The second half's about to kick off. Let's return to our commentary team, Sam Matterface and Graham Taylor.
Thanks, Dermot. Both teams have scored in all 4 previous games in Soccer Aid. England have always scored at least twice. And they've made a couple of changes at half-time. We've got new goalkeepers. Jamie Theakston and Patrick Kilty have replaced Edwin van der Sar and David Seaman. Celebrity goalkeepers usually means 1 or 2 more chances. England have made a couple of changes. Jack Whitehall has come on in the second half. They've switched formation too. Marvin Humes has gone out to left full-back. John Bishop's come to the right side of the defence. Whitehall gone into the midfield alongside Matt Le Tissier and Jonathan Wilkes. Matt Le Tissier, one of his boyhood heroes. Jack Whitehall absolutely delighted about the prospect of playing with him tonight. Here is Le Tissier, beaten to it by Edgar Davids. Le Tissier looks as if he's beaten to it by his own body as well. Here is Davids, beating everyone. Jonathan Wilkes sides him down. The referee's changed too. Anthony Taylor is now in charge of proceedings. Jamie Theakston's first touch of the ball was a necessary one.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see how the players that come in, settle down quickly to either the pace of the game or whether they have an effect on it by altering the pace of the game. But there's no doubt about it, as the game goes on in this half, there will be even more players begin to feel certain parts of their bodies. No doubt about it.
They haven't felt for a long time?
They probably haven't, no.
Andrei Shevchenko is in the team for the second half. He's found Nicky Byrne. Shevchenko is arriving here. Seedorf, former teammate of his, is joining in. And gets off to a cracking start in the second half. Jose Mourinho's team are in the lead. And it's one of the Champions League's finest that have cracked them in front.
Certainly some goal there. Nice build-up. As Seedorf came round, as he comes round people, he hits it with such pace up into the top corner of the net. There's nothing that Theakston can do about that at all. Excellent finish.
Well, Jamie Theakston has only been on the pitch for 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and his first job really was to pick the ball out of the back of his net. It's his second successive appearance in Soccer Aid, Clarence Seedorf, and that's his first goal. And what a strike it was. Andrei Shevchenko, the second half substitute, had a role to play in that too. And England find themselves behind. Only ever been behind for 49 minutes across 4 Soccer Aids prior to tonight. Jones getting the better of Gordon Ramsay. Whitehall. Jonathan Wilkes trying one from distance. Looks at his chances. Well, this is the best moment of the game so far.
There's no doubt about it. It's opened up well, hasn't it? It means England have got to, put something into it to try to get back into that. The last thing they'll want to do is to obviously lose this game. Whilst it remains at 1-0, they can have a chance to get it back. They don't want to be conceding in another goal. If they do that, I think the game will be lost for them.
Stapp bringing the ball out of defence. Jack Whitehall trying to get hold of him, couldn't do so. Cabrera. Marvin Humes stopping him. Here's Martin Compston. Just remember that every penny that you donate tonight will be matched by the UK government. That means if you donate £5 to UNICEF tonight, £10 will go to help vulnerable children. You can text Child 10, Child 10 to 70333. can donate £10. The cost of doing so is the £10 plus one standard rate message, and the full £10 from each text will go to UNICEF. You must be 16 or over. Please ask the Bill Players Commission. Well, he was one of the original Spice Boys, and he's still very, very popular.
Yeah. But Le Tissier happened to come off there, obviously felt a little injury, and so we get the change there.
Jamie Redknapp, as far as the reactions from the girls are concerned, is in a league of his own.
All right then.
Le Tissier is just being nursed. He had to replace Des Walker in the first half, whose ageing limbs caught up with him. Le Tissier didn't last that long either. Here's Wilkes. Into Kevin Phillips. That was a good take. Here's Danny Jones. Whitehall is waiting in the centre. It's aimed towards Jack Whitehall. Comes back to Phillips. Can't sort his feet out. John Bishop in the end with a lash towards goal, which is wild, but Jack Whitehall, that was a massive moment for him.
Certainly was. Great response by England as well to going a goal down. I thought the way they came back in there, they were very unfortunate not to equalise. But it shows a good attitude to respond in the way that they have done.
Well, he calls himself the gentleman footballer, Jack Whitehall. And there was almost a bit of posh power to put England back on level terms. Thwarted in the end by Patrick Kielty. Here's Jamie Redknapp. Ollie Mers losing out to Nicky Byrne. Here's Seedorf looking for Andrei Shevchenko. Offside.
That's livened it up a little bit from England's point of view, not just the fact that they're gone 1-0 down. They realise they'll have to come out, and so it's going to make for, I think, a very, very interesting game. Not that it hasn't been that so far, but I think there's a little bit of
Well, he plays 7-a-side and 5-a-side every single week. Jack Whitehall. Sam Allardyce was telling me that he is a very talented footballer. And I think he thought that he'd got England back on level terms there. Jamie Redknapp. This is Danny Jones from McBusted. Into Whitehall again, looking for Jones. Gordon Ramsay just holding him off. I think the offside flag was up on this near side. Ramsey's decided to make this his night. He's got the captain's armband ever since Michael Sheen departed in the first 15 minutes. He's been training non-stop for this. His trainer was telling me yesterday that he's almost 80% vegan at the moment. Although when I was with him in the lift, he was looking for a steak. Sometimes we tell our trainers that we're 80% vegan when we're really not.
It's all what we sometimes wish we could be or wish we were. And then we kid ourselves that we are.
I don't know, you look like a red meat man to me, Graham.
I would agree with you.
Jamie Carragher, I think he's had a steak or two. Redknapp used to share a midfield with Jamie Carragher before Carragher was converted to a central defender. Redknapp. Been robbed by Seedorf. Ben Shepherd gets Jamie Redknapp out of a hole.
He did there, didn't he? I think Jamie was a little bit surprised just earlier how he was being beaten.
Remember, we need you tonight, we need your help, we need you to raise money for UNICEF this evening. It's the biggest night in the UK for UNICEF. 0330 1234 442 to donate. Standard charges may apply. Please check with your operator. And you can text us as well tonight. For a £10 donation, you can text child 10 to 70333. Each text costs £10 plus one standard rate message. The full £10 will go to UNICEF. You must be 16 or over. Please ask the Bill payers permission. And remember, every single pound you get tonight that you donate, that comes out of your hard-earned pocket, will be matched by the UK government. Seedorf looking for Cabrera. Interception comes in the shape of Ben Shepherd, who is really enjoying his night. That could be up early in the morning. Redknapp. Here's Jones. Still going. Danny Jones. Gordon Ramsay with an excellent challenge.
A very good challenge as well. The one thing, when you go to the floor, you must win the ball, and he did that.
Stam backs it clear. Santiago Cabrera trying to wrestle with Jamie Carragher for it. Shepherd. Kevin Phillips. It's a good play by Jamie Redknapp. Here's Marvin Humes playing on the wrong side, playing left back in this second half. Here's Kevin Phillips.
Now, Sam was talking at half-time about getting the ball into Phillips rather, and I think that was a good point, because you can see from his playing that he just has got that little bit of pace, and his ability to shoot and get into goal-scoring positions hasn't deserted him.
It's an interesting coaching staff, that. Sam Allardyce, Peter Reid, and Robbie Williams as well. Robbie Williams, of course, with a back injury which is stopping him from playing today. It's Robbie's first coaching job, actually. He's got a little bit to learn before he gets his pro licence, I think. Cuddling and spooning might be an effective way to warm up in the Williams household. But when he ordered his players to do it before training, there were one or two raised eyebrows. Here's Redknapp. Jack Whitehall. This is Danny Jones. On to Whitehall again. Stopped by Jaap Stam. Here is Edgar Davids, felled by Jonathan Wilkes.
And taking their time.
Well, Jose Mourinho just trying to calm his players down a little bit. One or two subs warming up now. Kevin Bridges is out there, stretching his limbs. Did say he had an underactive glute on Friday. Hope he sorted that problem out. I think an overactive one would be a little bit more dangerous. Seedorf looking for Shevchenko. It's nearly a full house here tonight. Almost 75,000 in here at Old Trafford this evening. They have done their part. We still need you to do yours as well. If you haven't donated tonight, please get involved. UNICEF delivers 80% of the world's life-saving food for malnourished kids, but there is no UN funding for them. It is you that makes a difference and allows them to do it. This is how amazing what you do is tonight. £5 could help provide 75 children with safe drinking water for a month. Yeah, £5. If you can, give us a call and donate. 0330 1234 442. Kevin Phillips finding Jack Whitehall. Stam just getting there ahead of Jonathan Wilkes, who looks a little bit exasperated, and the rest of the world are bossing this. Seedorf. Cabrera, who's fit as a fiddle. Seedorf again. Shevchenko. Marvin Humes has almost given it away. I think England are going to get the advantage after a little bit of a nibble from Andrei Shevchenko on Jamie Carragher.
So the linesman's flag went up, but referees wave play on with England in possession of the ball.
We've had a couple of big challenges go there. One from Jaap Stam, who scythed past Ollie Meurs last year. And Ollie Meurs is trying to look get on the end of that John Bishop ball, and Martin Constant had to put it out for a corner. He's a former Greenock Morton professional, Martin Constant. Made 2 appearances for them before his career came to a premature end. That's a very good header from Kevin Phillips. And I don't think Patrick Kilty was too confident that was going wide.
Very good. Lovely jump, isn't it? And he got the power in. Unfortunately for him, just wide.
Well, England, you feel, are going to have to take one of these chances, otherwise Robbie might explode.
You never know, you know, if they do lose, Robbie might bring them in for extra training tomorrow. That might be part of it.
He's in the middle of touring at the moment and promoting his album. Swings both ways. There's Andrei Shevchenko, who can swing the ball both ways. He's looking for Santiago Cabrera. He looks rather tanned and relaxed now, doesn't he, since retiring, Andrei Shevchenko?
He definitely does.
This is a bit dangerous. Amy Figston taking emergency action. Oh, that's a crunching challenge. Both Nicky Byrne going in 2-foot alongside Jamie Redknapp there. That was a cruncher. Jamie's already got a long-standing knee injury. We won't want to aggravate that. Phillips. Still Kevin Phillips. He's got Ollie Mers wanting the ball. Edgar Davids chasing with him. And Kevin Phillips didn't like that challenge from Edgar Davids. Wilkes. Jonathan Wilkes is going to like that one either. Getting a bit tasty. Yellow card comes out. It's a bit spicy, Edgar Davids.
It is.
Yep, stand barking at Anthony Taylor. Here come the boos. Well, Jonathan Wilkes was no shrinking violet there up against Edgar Davids, and he got one in the chin. And he's been booked for that, Edgar Davids. The referee was talking to Jonathan Wilkes. Jaap Stam was adamant that he too should have been given the yellow card. Not sure whether he was or not. Might be now. That's a right old-fashioned tear-up. I think he could start a fight in an empty room.
He gives you that impression.
There's a 2-man wall here. England want to make the most of this set piece. Carragher is up from the back. England being roared on here by the crowd at the scoreboard end at Old Trafford. Away by Jaap Stam. Ben Shepherd looking to recycle it. Stam again away. Marvin Humes can't let anyone get past him. He didn't. He stopped Andrei Shevchenko from a quick counter-attack. Well, he's lost his mind a couple of times, Edgar Davids. He's lost his shin pad too. And Jonathan Wilkes has made sure he's not getting it back anytime soon. Do you reckon they're still going to have a drink in the bar later?
Yeah, they definitely will. But you just never know, do you?
Bishop.
I think in let's say a Premier League game again, I think the yellow card would have been a red one.
Really? Ollie Mers. Jaap Stam bundling off the ball. Shevchenko wants it. Carragher's coming. Carragher's getting. Mers has made a run. Kevin Phillips wants it. Danny Jones is on the near side. Kevin Phillips, who scored last year, was going for a similar sort of shot from distance. Seedorf. Jeremy Renner, who came on at half-time, is looking as if he's about to be replaced after only 20 minutes of the second half. Shevchenko. Still Andrei Shevchenko. Jeremy Renner is outside him. Just couldn't quite send it back.
No, he couldn't get it in. I thought he was being played in to go and get the shot. And I'm not certain whether Renner was confident enough to go in and take it.
Well, he grew up playing football through high school, Jeremy Renner. He's looking over at the bench. Kevin Bridges is standing on the touchline. Does he realise that when your number comes up you have to start trotting off to the near side? Someone's told him now. Anthony Taylor just urging him to go back towards the middle. Star of the Avengers, the Hurt Locker, Mission Impossible, the Bourne Legacy, an American Hustle. And they don't want to take a gamble on him tonight. Kevin Bridges is coming in just to solidify this left-hand side. Seedorf with the corner. Easily plucked from the sky by Jamie Theakston, who told me he was the oldest and the laziest member of this group. That's why he's a goalkeeper. Has to be up tomorrow morning nice and early as well. He's had 10 years of the alarm going off at 4:30 in the morning. Lovely. Although it's not all bad, he does get to spend most of the morning with a Spice Girl.
I'm not going to enter this conversation. I think I'll leave it alone.
Here's Ollie Mers. It's a very good tackle by Martin Compston. Marvin Humes. It's Jamie Carragher. Can England find a way back into this game? Danny Jones is trying to get the better of Patrick Quilty, who's shown a bit of showboating skills himself. Good footwork. Redknapp. Phillips has made a run. Quilty's come a long way. Quilty's out again, and that's a very good piece of goalkeeping by Patrick Quilty.
He's done very well there. Just took a little bit of a risk.
Well, he's made a good save, good take, and he's shown his footwork too. It's his 5th Soccer Aid. He did break his finger during training 2 years ago, still managed to play. His commitment to the cause is unquestionable. Here's Clarence Seedorf, the scorer of the only goal of the night so far. John Bishop taking the mick out of Santiago Cabrera. Does that for a living, you know. Well, Jamie Theakston trying to do a Patrick Quilty, not coming up good. And Nicky Bell punishes him. What a finish that is from the former Leeds United man. He won the FA Youth Cup with Leeds United in 1997. He was a goalkeeper back then. He's just made a goalkeeper look a little bit silly. It's an excellent finish.
Excellent finish, really is. Really is a very, very good finish, yes. Very careless by the keeper, of course, but this is a very good finish.
Old Trafford goal for Aston Villa, scorer number 16, Nicky Bell.
Well, he just got a little bit overconfident, Jamie Theakston, and he was ruthlessly punished.
It'll be very hard now for England to come back. We'll see what they make of it.
Well, this is a new experience for England.
The person if they were to lose, the person to blame is obviously Robbie Williams. Shouldn't have been injured, should he? Let's put it that way, as simple as that.
Here's Jonathan Wilkes, looking to test Patrick guilty and failing to. There's a wry smile from Robbie.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't just sing when he's winning. Here's Cabrera, chasing with Ben Shepherd. The rest of the world are trying to force home this advantage. Shevchenko. Well, there's no doubt about it. He was in a world of his own with that finish.
First class. Professional player would have been proud of that. It's such a good finish. Confident, immediately taken, one touch finish, in it goes.
Here's Jones. Trying to trick his way past Gordon Ramsay. 20 minutes to go. England have a mountain to climb. It is a challenge, but there are a lot more serious challenges for us to try and solve. Remember, you can make a miracle happen tonight. Just £5 of your money could provide life-saving food for a child for a week. UNICEF will be grateful for every donation. It is about the football and the entertainment tonight, but it's also about saving children's lives, helping children, little kids like mine, like yours, helping them get life-saving food, medicine and clean water. All you have to do is just pick up the phone and donate. 0330 1234 442. You can text child 10 as well to 70333. Each text costs £10 plus one standard rate message, and the full £10 will go to UNICEF. You must be 16 or over, and please ask the bill player's permission. So one heartthrob for another. Separated by generation. Ollie Murs' work is done. He can go back to writing his 4th album, and Mark Owen is coming back on. Mark Salling is on as well to replace Kevin Bridges, the Glee star. I don't think Kevin Bridges actually got to touch the ball.
I don't think he did, no.
Well, it's the rest of the world that are feeling the glee right now. Michael Sheen, who only played the first 15 minutes, and Kevin Bridges, who didn't have much of an impact on the game, just enjoying being part of this occasion. There will be part of a historic victory. You get the feeling that Jose Mourinho is not taking any chances here. He wants to win. Who would have thought that?
You see him now. Serious discussion. I will say this as a former professional manager myself. The record he has of what he's won over his career is absolutely superb.
It's not bad, is it?
Not bad. It's first class.
Champions League with Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Champions League with Porto. And the Premier League twice with Chelsea. He won all 3 of the trophies he could when he was at Inter Milan. He's not called the special one for nothing. Here's Marvin Humes. He was DJing last night in Marbella, would you believe? Got a flight this morning, came back at 10 o'clock. Mr. Marigold was telling me that he was pretty proud of his former bandmates' excursions into new worlds. He's a radio DJ. He's got a new DJ Mix album coming out soon. He's been presenting on this morning with his wife Rochelle, who I think is here tonight. Seedorf. Jack Whitehall chasing him. Andrei Shevchenko strolling. Cabrera. Davids being booed after he spat with Wilkes. Carragher is making sure he left his mark on Seedorf. Here's Kevin Phillips. The goal now would make a tight finish. Here's Jamie Redknapp. Jamie Redknapp looking for goal. And goal! His first ever goal in Soccer Aid 2014. Did score in 2010, Jamie Redknapp, but it wasn't as good as this. That was special.
Well, he's got the swerve on it if you watch it. He's got the outside swerve on it, comes back, got the pace on the ball. You see it swerve away to the right as we're looking at it. Beats the keeper. 2-1, puts England right back in the game.
Gives Sam Allardyce of England hope, and Ben Shepherd is mightily grateful. I think Jamie Theakston will be too. Now the rest of the world have got to step up to the plate again. England have scored at least 2 goals in every Soccer Aid. Constant. Stopping Mark Owen. Finding Shevchenko. England have won 3 of the previous 4 Soccer Aids. And the rest of the world have never won a Soccer Aid in normal time. The only time they have been victorious was in a penalty shootout. Here's Danny Jones. He's got Edgar Cavill to accompany. Not anymore, he hasn't. Still Danny Jones. He's just over the head of Kevin Phillips and hooked away by Nicky Byrne. Here's Marvin Humes. Going for the spectacular.
Jones did extremely well there. He's hanging on to the ball, taking people, getting his cross in. Hands on knees at the moment. Here we are, look at him, sticking at it. And has a look up before he puts the cross in as well. Now, you know, there are all little signs when you're looking at players. One of the major differences between professional players and non-professionals is the non-professionals continually look at the ball. The professionals don't. They're looking up. They know where the ball is by their feet. And just there, he looked up, and he looked up for that cross as well.
Mark Salling is coming off after a brief foray. Adam Richman is coming on. He was desperate to play in this game. Man versus food. Now he takes on Soccer Aid. He's taken on 72-ounce atomic wings, the world's biggest burger. And now he's playing in the world's biggest game with some of the world's biggest stars. Well, it'll feel like him tonight. A little bit like that, anyway. He's a very popular figure. He has lost £100 to playing this match. He was a big lad beforehand. He's still pretty big. He still wants to lose another £30. But boy, has he done some work. He's been working very hard indeed with former Peterborough United player Nicky Hollander in LA. He's been playing for FC Hollywood just to get match sharp. Here's Carragher finding Redknapp. Phillips peeling away. Redknapp blocked by Stam.
Very solid Stam has been all through the game.
Redknapp. John Bishop making a run. Jonathan Wilkes is at the back post. He's got the ball after a bit of confusion. Got to be careful here, the rest of the world. They've given away a corner. Well, there was a manager here a few years ago who used to say, squeaky bum time. Here's the corner. Chested away by Clarence Seedorf. Couldn't find a man in white, Jonathan Wilkes there. The rest of the world had the lead last year and threw it away in the second half. They had a 2-goal lead tonight. England have got 10 minutes to come back and force penalties. Give Jamie Theakston a chance to make up for his error. And if history's anything to go by, when it comes to penalty shootouts, and Jamie Theakston There is always a chance. Others again with a little niggle and a little nibble. Bishop looking for Mark Owen. Going into Jamie Redknapp. Ball runs loose to Seedorf. Shevchenko's run offside here. Ben Shepherd has stopped Seedorf in his tracks. Now some space for Danny Jones. Phillips is arriving here. Phillips has gone down. Thompson has brought him down. And it's a penalty kick for England. He's being surrounded, the referee, by the rest of the world stars. But there is going to be only one decision in town. What do you think, Greg?
He's lost control. He has. What are you going down and diving into from it, but it looked the penalty.
I still good up wide. Now Patrick was in the Premier League. We're not happy about how it was done. And Kevin Phillips Gordon Ramsay's just gone up and had a word with Patrick. A little bit of mind games on. Well, that's guilty again. Slamming. Inside. 2 goals inside. Always do.
We're back to the game now. Less than 2 minutes to go. Coming. To the court. Very, very interesting. It's been very good.
8 minutes to go. And Kevin Phillips sets up a super finish. And Jamie Redknapp is a little bit unhappy about something.
Yeah, it's Davids again.
Davids again.
Yeah. He's not a very popular person at the moment, is Davids.
Well, they must have an injury here, the rest of the world, because James McAvoy started the game and he's coming back on again. Well, the referee is taking his time over this. Adam Richmond's only been on for a little while. He was suffering with a little bit of an injury. I'm not sure whether or not this is in the rules, you know. Unless he's injured, can James McAvoy come back on? Jose bending the rules, that wouldn't happen, would it?
Yes.
Well, Jose Mourinho might be trying his luck here a little bit. Adam Richmond is coming off. Well, he's been on for about 5 minutes. And if you've trained for 2 years to get involved in something, you probably want a little bit more than that.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
Ruthless, absolutely ruthless. Edgar Davids to take the free kick. 7.5 minutes to go. Seedorf. That ball's straight to Marvin Humes. Remember, we still need you to help us out, to help the vulnerable children that need support, need UNICEF's great work. And you can get in touch with them by getting involved at the top of your screen right now. 0330 123 442 is the number to call. We appreciate any donation that you can give us tonight. This is how you could make such a massive impact this evening. If you donated £10, that could provide therapeutic milk for 3 malnourished children for 5 days. Please help if you can. McAvoy trying to get the better of Jack Whitehall. Redknapp. All flighted out towards the far side. Phillips. On to Redknapp. Ben Shepherd. Danny Jones is open on this near touchline. Bishop might find him now. He does. And Bishop has moved into an advanced position. Jones has gone to the near post. Yapstam was there like a wall once again. Bishop. Is there going to be a late winner? The momentum seems to be with England. Jones looking to get on the end of Wilkes' ball, but Wilkes didn't deliver it in the right area. Goes back to Redknapp instead. Just eludes Mark Owen. Clarence Seedorf bringing it away. Still Clarence Seedorf. Seedorf. Cabrera's making a run. Still Clarence Seedorf. Cabrera wants it back. Seedorf has gone for goal. And one Soccer for the rest of the world with a little lucky deflection which took it beyond Jamie Theakston.
Excellent finish. A little bit of luck to get the deflection, as you quite rightly say there, but you know, if you're not going to take the shot from there, then you're not going to score. Oh, OK, got the deflection, but good little run. His second goal again, and just looking, knows exactly what he's going to do.
Well, there has been some quality football on show tonight. He's come up with 2 outstanding goals. Took a little nick off of Jack Whitehall on the way through, but the run from Clarence Seedorf was something to be admired. Oh yes. Jose Mourinho is going to be a winner at Old Trafford again. We've had some great football tonight, and we'll have to ask you for your man of the match in just a second, Graham.
Yeah.
Of course, the last sub of the night for England, Marvin Hughes comes off, and Dominic Cooper comes on. Well, he's been playing Ian Fleming recently. Ian Fleming, the writer of James Bond. England require him to have a licence to throw in the last few minutes if they are going to take this to penalties. Stephen Moyer, I think, has also come on in place of Jack Whitehall, the True Blood star. He'll have to try and get his teeth into this very quickly. Here's Ben Shepherd. Phillips looking for Mark Owen. Ben Shepherd tussling away. Can he get the cross in? It's blocked by Sam Worthington. Time for your man of the match. Who are you going to go for?
Well, I tell you what, it's difficult to choose from here because there's a lot of people doing a lot of well. Seedorf with his couple of goals. But what I've looked at, I'm going to go for Yapstam because I think defensively, in the heart, England have been very, very good. Phillips has been a handful, but I think he's shown, coming back to Old Trafford, he's shown what a good player he was and how he's defended and led his team from the back. So I'm picking out Yapstam.
Well, he only ever scored once for Manchester United in 3 years here, but when Sir Alex Ferguson sold him, he always looks back. And looks back with disappointment that he let him go just that little bit too early. He was a great footballer. He still is. And there's loads of great football on show coming up on ITV over the next couple of weeks. We are just a few days away from the start of the World Cup in Brazil. It kicks off on Thursday night, a real festival of football. 7 o'clock start, the opening ceremony. And the first game of what will be a fantastic tournament, Brazil against Croatia, is live and only on ITV. David's still getting a little bit of harassment from the crowd and from Jonathan Wilkes. I'm going to try and double team in here. Even the vampire can't get near him. Gordon Ramsay has knocked this back to Patrick Kielty, who's just about kept it in. Just moments away from a victory, a historic victory for the rest of the world. Remember, you can still get involved tonight, you can still donate. There's a man down injured actually in the centre circle. There's 1 minute of added time. James McAvoy is receiving treatment in the centre of the park at the moment. Gives us a chance to tell you about one last chance for you to get on the phones and donate and help out vulnerable children across the world. Help UNICEF. It is a massive night for them tonight. We want to raise as much money as humanly possible. James McAvoy's needing a little bit of help at the moment, but we need you to pick up your phone and give us a call, 0330 123 442, to donate to UNICEF this evening. Please check with your operator. 100% of your donation will go to UNICEF, and remember, the UK government will match every pound that you donate. You can also donate online as well, itv.com, or you can text us, child 10 to 7330. Here is Kevin Phillips trying to latch onto the end of that long ball. Martin Compston is there for company. 70-333 is the number to text right now. Give £10, text child 10, child 10 to 70-333. Make sure you ask the field players' permission before you do. Here's Seedorf onto Cabrera. Can they finish it in style here? They can, with a hat-trick for Clarence Seedorf. What a night for the rest of the world. And Clarence Seedorf has sent Jose Mourinho dancing down the Old Trafford touchline again. Adam Richman wants to go on and get involved too. They're all congregating over in the far corner. It's the final moment of the match. It was a brilliant cross from the QPR fan, Cabrera. Excellent header from Seedorf.
He's my man of the match, you know.
Well, you've changed your mind now.
Patrick, no, I'm going to stick with Stam. I think Stam has done very well. I have no choice but to stick with him, of course.
Jose Mourinho has got the better of Sam Allardyce again. Allardyce has never beaten him, and he hasn't beaten him tonight either. Jose Mourinho is the victor. Childhood ambitions realised once more. Dreams fulfilled and a huge stack of money raised. That is what Soccer Aid is all about. But it doesn't usually go like this. For the first time, the rest of the world wins Soccer Aid without the need for penalty kicks. It's finished. Rest of the world 4, England 2.
England, Clarence Seedorf.